Low-key, I've been looking around on Twitter, I've been looking around online, and everybody's been saying that Wuthering Waves is horrible, has horrible optimization issues, the story sucks, and the game just is horrible in general, and that all these Genshin Impact players are leaving the game. And you know what? I'm glad y'all Genshin Impact players are leaving the game. Y'all can stay out. Okay, and that was a joke, guys. Calm down, pipe down. All of my friends are from Genshin Impact, please. But it is fact that a lot of the concerns and criticisms are coming from a lot of Genshin Impact players, not just criticism, but straight up hate. And I just want to address it, I just want to talk about it personally, what I think about it, and not only that, just also addressing a lot of the concerns from other Wuthering Waves players that are having problems logging in and having problems with the characters and their builds and all of that. So I just want to say what I think and what I've gotten from the game and my first impressions. So this video is going to be in a linear format. You can click on the timestamps wherever you want to go, and make sure to like and subscribe. I'll be making a lot more Wuthering Waves content just like this. So first of all, I started streaming way too early, but the thing is that since I streamed early, I was like, what better time than to make a tier list of all the characters. So I made a tier list of all the characters, their character designs, because you know I'm an artist, I make character designs all the time, so I was thinking, hey, why the hell not? And here's my tier list right on the screen right now. And what I also realized when I was streaming is that there's a lot of hype from the game, a lot of hype from all around the world, a lot of hype from a lot of different people, adults, kids, like all that type shit, because I have friends that came from Genshin Impact. Literally every single one of my friends that are from Genshin Impact are going to be playing Wuthering Waves, telling their family members to play Wuthering Waves, telling their boyfriends, telling their girlfriends to play with them, and I'm like, that shit is actually like insane, because like I was expecting it to be like super small, right? But no, it's big. And then a bunch of people were just visiting my chat, a lot of people with different like usernames, different languages, and I was like, damn, I mean, I'm glad. I'm like actually like really glad, because I've been looking forward to this game for a hot minute, and it's mostly just personal. Like personally, I've been looking forward to this game, and here, I'll tell you why. I feel like there's a lot of people who are trying to like replicate that kind of energy that they had with Genshin Impact, because a lot of people, they resonated with Genshin Impact, they love the game so much, they would play it every single day. Like a lot of people love the game, and I was one of those people. I really wanted to play Genshin Impact and love it, and I played it for as long as I really could, because there's only so much you can do when the gameplay is just horrible and it's just not exciting for you. When you're playing a game, you expect to play a game alongside the story. And of course, I valued the story a lot more, but then the story started going downhill, so I was like, what am I supposed to do? It was definitely 3.5 where I finally quit Genshin Impact after playing since 2.7, and has been the best decision ever. And then Wuthering Waves was announced alongside the beta test, and you know that the game's gotta be good if I'm not gonna sign up for the beta test. And that sort of hopes for this game is just crazy, because I didn't have this much hopes for Honkai Star Rail, because obviously I played the beta and I love the game, but man, the type of hopes that I had for Wuthering Waves is just way more insane. So long story short, yeah, when I was streaming before the game even came out, I learned about all the hype that was going on. I learned about a lot of things that people really wanted to see in the game. I was scrolling on Twitter, I was seeing stuff that other people were expecting for the game, what they were looking forward to, and then I played the game. I only had a few hiccups opening and logging into the game and all of that, because my computer was just kind of slow. It was still working, but it's just like my computer's just slow. I had no service problems. I had like just spammed like the start button, and it had like an error twice, but then I like logged in like immediately. That was less than like 10 seconds I got in. Oh, the servers are fucked. That's to be expected. Try again later, bruh. Need a top tier PC, it seems. Glitch, bruh. This is crazy. Cause like, bro, this is a mobile game. What's up with this? Oh, there we go. Oh my god! And the loading screen took a while, but I ended up getting into the game just fine. And I don't know if I was just lucky, man, but like I literally had no problems getting into the game or nothing like that. I got on my tablet too and I logged in, and zero errors, zero lag, zero kicked out. I was never kicked out. What I do gotta say though is that when I first actually like got out of the initial cutscene, my computer was lagging out, but it was only lagging out for like maybe 20 seconds, 30 seconds, at most a minute, and then my computer was fine. And I even said it on my stream, my computer just needs to get used to it. Whoa, the lag is crazy. Wait, y'all.
You've got a tacit mark on the back of your hand.
There we go. because that's how it is for a lot of games. So now we're splitting off from the point where I'm talking about my experiences. Now we're going to talk to other people's experiences, because I saw a lot of content creators. I saw a lot of people who weren't even able to get into the game, people who were getting error screens, people who had amazing computers, 64GB RAM, and are not able to open it. And to be honest, this made me scratch my head, because I had no idea that that was even happening, because I had such a smooth ride on my computer and on my tablet. With that, we're comparing my 16GB RAM computer against a 64GB RAM computer. I got this computer for free. These people paid like $4,000 for their computer. So Wuthering Waves, what are you doing? I mean, thank you, but isn't it supposed to be the other way around? I looked on a lot of threads, and it seems like a lot of people were just thinking that they were getting picked and choose to get crash logs and stuff like that, because a lot of people, like Mr. Poke, he got out, but then some other people had the exact same computer as him and they were going just fine. Now we need the Genshin take. Let's just pull out the Genshin take real quick. Wuthering Waves sucks, the optimization sucks, and Genshin Impact never had optimization problems. So we're gonna forget that Arlecchino had a terrible bug against Dvalin where she basically wasn't able to do her pyro infusion, and then Genshin Impact didn't want to fix it, so they said that was intended. And that was recent. That was like, what, a few weeks ago? And let's run it back a little bit. Let's talk about a few months ago when Kave and Nahida were able to permanently remove things from people's accounts. We're gonna forget that too. So we're also gonna forget all the problems with Genshin Impact security, where people's accounts were literally getting stolen left and right, that there's still a rumor that people are going to hack into your account on Honkai Star Rail, even though this situation only happened on Genshin Impact. And I think the rumor just festered because people were like changing my account to a Russian username so the Russian hackers think that I already was hacked, like stuff like that. Continuing on the timeline though, I started going through the tutorial phase and all of that, and the tutorial was really good, pretty brief, and I was okay with it, totally. Got to the boss fight and everything, it was pretty good for tutorial boss, and I was doing fine with it. But after that boss, it really became super clear that the exposition dumping was going to be a really bad problem with this game. It's genuinely so bad, they just throw out terms that nobody will get, nobody will understand, and then they'll expect you to remember it later on, and I just like didn't get it. And then even worse is that as we continued on the story was just like incredibly boring. If you don't want spoilers, just skip to this time marker. So starting on the spoilers, when we got to the academy was just incredibly boring. It was just a bunch of exposition dumping, a lot of things that I really would not remember, and I just didn't feel like I needed it. What I would have wanted more was more character interaction, talking to whoever that Mordecai dude is. I would have liked talking to him more, and the thing is that I really like the way that they were developing his character, but the fact that they had to do so much exposition dumping, they were taking that time away from actual characters. And as much as people want to say that the Rover is emotive, they really aren't, aside for them being more emotive than anything that they're trying to compare, but they're really not. Like, the Rover could have went up to Mortifi and been like, why do you got scales on you? Like, been more outgoing, have an actual personality, and he could have responded, and it would have been a way more interesting reaction than Baiju telling you what he was. But when we got to the point where we were in that one little like abandoned city where we're talking to that one tacit Discord who was crying about his brother and all of that, that's where it actually got interesting. And when Scar pulled up, it was very interesting. I liked talking to him. And then when the other character that Scar was with also came up, her design is beautiful. Bro, both of their designs are beautiful, both of their designs are cunty as hell, and I love it. We got to his boss fight. I think his boss fight was alright. I didn't see a problem with it, nothing like that a problem. But then after this portion of the story, I didn't really want to play any other story, because, to be honest, the fact that 90% of the story was kind of trash, and then that was the only scene that was pretty good, yeah. So I just stopped playing there, and this is why I'm talking about my initial impressions, because this is my initial impression. I don't want to go too far into it and have a bias if it gets better or if it gets worse, right? And for the most part, everybody basically holds the same sentiment, and I'm glad if you like the story, but personally, I did not. But to get on the combat, though, this game has the smoothest combat, in my opinion, that I have ever played, genuinely. Like, if I see something that's about to happen, I am able to dodge it like that. Like, I can get it on time, and it's not gonna penalize me for having a bad ping. It actually feels really good. I genuinely had no problems overworlds. I never had to deal with bugs or nothing like that. And if there was a bug, I fixed it. I only had one bug, whereas basically I was playing on my tablet, and then I died on my tablet, and then I went on my computer, I logged back in and everything, and I was kind of like stuck in like this invisible mode, but all I had to do was just teleport back to the Nexus point, and that was it. Generally nothing game breaking, and the boss that I fought, it was really fun. The enemies that I fought, really fun. I had a lot of fun practicing those like small little 45 level bosses, That was nice. I can't wait to see the no-hit runs because this is genuinely one of those games that you can do that with. But stop! I'm sponsored. By myself. I'm doing some commissions. I have 3 slots for commissions, and I also have 1 slot for a completely custom character from scratch. I also have an adoptable that is $50 that you can buy right now. And yeah, I have that all up right now, and you know, I put a lot of work into my art, and I put a lot of work into these videos. So if you want to support me while getting some art of yourself, or maybe somebody that you like, feel free to go ahead and message me. And the payment is PayPal only. Since you made it this far though, I'm very interested in what you think about Wuthering Waves, and go ahead and say in the comments whatever you think, especially about my points or other people's points. You got complaints with the community, complaints with the game, how the game is reacting to certain things, please just let me know. So I'm going to rate everything in the game based on my initial impressions out of 10, and then I'm going to have a total score out of 10. Performance for me is definitely an 8 out of 10. There were some hiccups, there were some problems, and there were a little bit of glitches, basically only one. But yeah, it would be an 8 out of 10. It's not perfect. Story for me has definitely got to be like a 3 out of 10, 3 to 5 out of 10. Like, it really wasn't that good, but I do find myself liking some of the characters. And I do find myself especially liking that one part with Scar and all of that. I really like that. That was a really good concept. The combat is an easy 10 out of 10. The enemies are very special, in my opinion, very reactive, and your keyboard and all of that, it feels very easy to play. Also, the fact that you can choose your difficulty, very nice. The art in general, I'll give it an 8 out of 10. It's really good, but I don't like some of the character designs. I don't like some things, but most of it is very good. Ultimately, for me, I'd give the game like a 7 out of 10 or a 6.5 out of 10. Very good game. I do like it, but there is some problems. And that's also counting like other people's experiences. And if I wasn't counting other people's experiences, it'd probably 7.5. But considering there were so many people with performance issues, I gotta put it down a little bit, because if you can't even play the game, that's a problem. Anyways, let me know what you think, and that's all the video. Thank you for watching.